All right, well, hello everyone and happy Thursday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest welcoming you back to Before the Four, the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I hope you all are having a fabulous Thursday afternoon. Wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your afternoon here. Now let's begin in Huntsville, where earlier today, a woman convicted of shooting and killing another woman over social media comments was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. Shaniqua Brown was convicted of the murder of 20-year-old Jasmine Moore on Hood Road. The incident happened back in 2019. Brown was convicted in May after the jury needed just over an hour to deliver a guilty verdict. Before the trial began, Brown's attorney asked the judge to throw out evidence collected by the lead investigator in the case, former Huntsville police officer Julian Johnson. Johnson and Brown allegedly had an ongoing sexual relationship before the shooting, and that relationship continued after Johnson began investigating the murder. And 48's Callie Neese will have more on today's sentencing coming up in our evening newscast, so make sure to stick around. But now in DeKalb County, where earlier today we learned that a man is facing criminal charges for allegedly kicking a kitten to death. Dustin Bird is charged with cruelty to animals. According to court records, Bird killed a kitten by kicking it with his foot back on July 1st. Bird is also facing a third-degree domestic violence charge for an incident on the same day where he allegedly punched a relative and walls in the relative's home. Court records show the owner of the kitten was a witness to the domestic incident. Bird is being held in the DeKalb County Jail on a $4,000 bond. But now let's talk about the weather. We're seeing some rain this afternoon in some parts of the Tennessee Valley. Let's turn over to 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis for the latest on what to expect. Brad?
Well, we got more isolated thunderstorms out there, maybe technically scattered in some areas. Let's take a look at the radar here just before 3:30 or so. We're looking at heavy rainfall across Huntsville, and it's all tracking off to the east-southeast towards New Hope, Owens Crossroads. Very heavy rain, some brief gusty winds, but the lightning is really your biggest threat out there today with the storms we have. Patio forecast, some areas will stay dry. It'll be very muggy out there, and where you haven't had rain, you're still going to be in the mid to even upper 80s. And over the next 3 days, not much changes. Day in and day out, thunderstorm chances. I think we kind of get back on schedule with these storms that develop between noon and 5 o'clock. Today was kind of an exception. Model guidance was kind of hinting at this for the last 24 hours, but it did happen. We did have a few thunderstorms in the morning, so again, can't rule that out either day. But overall, showers and storms, part of the forecast. Watch out for the lightning, and some of the rain is going to cause a much lower visibility if you're out there driving.
Well, thank you, Brad. And also don't forget 48 First Alert Weather Extra tonight at 9:30. 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will be back here in the CTV Center, and he'll have all the latest that he's seeing on the radar. Again, you can watch Weather Extra wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon. So that's Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream promptly at 9:30. You're just not going to want to miss it. But now, following up on a situation we first brought you Tuesday night after a body had been found in Marshall County near Asbury. Yesterday, 48's Callie Neese spoke with the family of the 69-year-old man that was found shot and killed. Let's take a listen to what they had to say about this truly awful and heartbreaking situation.
I met with the family of 69-year-old Jerry Anderson, who the Marshall County coroner says was shot and killed in his home on Brothers Road. His family tells me that they were shocked when they got the call. His sister even saying that she called him just the day before to wish him a happy birthday.
Just so humble and so kind. And we can't wrap our brain around this.
Anderson's aunt, Sheila Banks, told me that she got the call yesterday from her brother-in-law, and he told her that Anderson had been shot. Anderson had a lot of odd jobs, but was a painter by trade. She told me that he was great with his hands and even helped her stain her entire home. Banks told me if she had to describe Anderson in one word, it would be kind.
It's very tragic, and it's so evil. You know, the boy, he would have given you the shirt off his back. They didn't have to kill him. He would have handed them whatever they wanted, you know? He's just that type person.
Donna Anderson, Jerry's sister, told me that his best buddy was his brother Shane, who has Down syndrome and is mostly nonverbal. She told me when she had to tell Shane Jerry passed, he was very upset.
I told him that Short was gone to Jesus with his mama. He was mad at first, but he got okay after a few minutes.
The family told me they have no idea who would want to hurt Anderson. Marshall County investigators say they have a person of interest in custody on unrelated charges. They haven't released that person's name or what those unrelated charges are. They also haven't revealed what brought them to Anderson's home to begin with. WAFF will continue to ask questions and bring you the latest on the investigation. Reporting in Marshall County, Callie Neese, 48 News, on your side.
And now a story in case you missed it out of Limestone County, where a pair is now behind bars on attempted murder charges after shooting a man in the face Tuesday. Authorities say it's all because someone damaged one of the man's trucks. 48's Aria Pons with more.
Investigators in Limestone County call this a targeted shooting, and they say it all started over a domestic dispute where one man's truck got vandalized. Investigators say the upset truck owner went to Poplar Point Road Monday night to confront the alleged vandal. They say Bradley Hall spotted the man walking on the roadway. That's when the victim was shot in the face. We're told he will be okay. Deputies caught Hall thanks to witnesses who saw the shooting and whose home was hit by gunfire. Investigators say Moore tried to get away. However, he was found a few hours later and arrested by the SWAT team. It's the second time in 3 years that Moore's been arrested. He was indicted for a 2022 robbery at Max Sports Bar in Athens. Several people who live in the area didn't want to go on camera to talk about the shooting, but they say the violence of it shocked them. Now Hall and Moore are being held at the Limestone County Detention Center without bond as of right now. Reporting in Athens, Aria Pons, 48 on your side.
And now we're going to take a quick break, but coming up, the Huntsville City Council set to vote to expand city limits into Marshall County and highlighting a Tennessee Valley group heading out to Texas to provide flood relief efforts. It's all ahead. I'll be right back in 1 minute. All right, well, hello everyone and welcome back to Before the Four. Now tonight, the Huntsville City Council will vote on whether or not to annex a portion of Marshall County. The move would expand Huntsville city limits into 4 different counties. 48's Nick Ballinger with the details.
If Huntsville City Council votes to annex over 1,000 acres of land across the Tennessee River, the far-stretching hand of Huntsville city limits will stretch into uncharted territory for the city.
So there's just a tiny little piece of Marshall County that will be annexed. That does put us in 4 counties.
Where I'm standing now is Marshall County. And over here is Morgan County. And behind me is Madison County, but pretty soon this could all just be Huntsville.
Councilwoman Jenny Robinson says annexing land 25 minutes from the city center not only brings a subdivision into the city, but will also bring an existing rock quarry into the fold.
We will be able to apply the same codes and ordinances and controls to them that we do other rock quarries that are in the city. That will help us protect the riverfront, and it also helps us protect the neighborhoods.
Residents in the area say the rock quarry has caused the community and businesses issues.
They've destroyed every road down here. Some people driving cars to my shop don't want to bring them over because they get dirty.
Stephen Malone owns a mechanic shop and lives in between the city's newest proposed annexation in Morgan County and current city limits.
And we'll end up being right in the middle of the horseshoe. Morgan County don't want us. City of Huntsville don't want us. Who are we? The county commission fights with the city fights with the county, and TVA goes,
Robinson says the city annexing the quarry may just solve Malone's biggest complaint.
Not only will we receive tax revenues from the quarry, but the quarry has agreed to provide at no cost materials to pave those roads in that area.
In Huntsville, Nick Ballinger, 48 News, on your side.
And now a local group is heading out to Texas to assist with flood relief efforts. WAFF evening anchor Liz Hurley reports on Project Unifi.
This sign at Camp Mystic in Kerr County says it all. Jesus wept. 27 people died at this youth camp. Devastation remains. It's in this area that members of Project Unifi will go to support the work of the Churches of Christ in the Kerrville area.
We're going to help with recovery efforts, trying to find people that might not have made it out of the floods. Hopefully we'll find some folks that have, but if not, we'll try to help find some people that might have been lost their lives in the flooding. If you can help somebody find closure, you can help them move forward.
Cody Michael and his team are no strangers to helping victims of disaster. They'll use chainsaws and other equipment to help with debris removal. They'll also minister and study the Bible with victims as they try to get back on their feet.
God gives you emotions for a reason, not just so you can feel things, but so you can take action based on what you feel. And I think anybody that's paid attention to what happened in Texas, we all feel something. And so we've just got to decide, what can we do? We might be supportive, we might be prayerful, we might be able to take action and physically go, but you feel what you feel for a reason, and God blessed you with emotions so you could take action.
Awesome story there. And now let's head into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. Speaking with local experts on elder abuse, this comes after a woman was arrested yesterday. She is accused of taking over $20,000 from an elderly couple in Priceville. 48's Noah Cowell will have that coming up. A double murder suspect in court today. His defense attempting to bar the death penalty. 48's Faith Delp will have more details coming up, and an awesome update on the Fort Payne youth baseball team we told you about earlier this week, making their way to Louisiana to compete in a Rec League World Series. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. Now, this would normally be the time for Facebook fun, but we do not have a 48 Facebook question today, so there will not be a Facebook fun today, but I will make sure tomorrow we have one, and it is going to be a good one. So stay tuned for tomorrow's Facebook fun on Before the Four around this time tomorrow. You're just not going to want to miss it, but y'all, I'm going to let you out a little bit early today, but thank you so much for tuning in to Before the Four this afternoon. I hope you all have a great evening. Do something fun tonight. Maybe go out with the family. It's Thursday night. Tomorrow is Friday, so definitely I think it is the time to celebrate 100%. But y'all, enjoy tonight's evening newscast, and as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.